Alright guys, so this concept is what? It's made from AI. Yes, I prompted, so I'm the artist of this concept. No, the AI is the artist or whatever. The idea is that many people will say that I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do concepts with AI. But the idea is that I know the industry, and AI is in the industry, but it's not taking artists' jobs that much. Why? Because the companies, they restrain of using AI. Because of the copyrights infringements, you have to be very careful with using AI. Because this Hulk, for example, I'm pretty sure that it's pretty close to some artists' work. It's probably not exactly the same, but I'm pretty sure it's close. So the big companies, they cannot afford that. So everything should be absolutely copyright free. That's why still, even with this huge development of the AI, they're still using artists to do the main job. Maybe, yes, they're using AI for concepts, for the artists. For example, the designer of the game, he wants some art, and he is just doing some quick AI arts, and he is giving them to the 2D artist, who will draw the main art for the game. But, you know, it's not that the AI is used completely to do the art by itself, especially not in the big companies. In some small companies, I'm sure they are using unwisely the AI to do the art, completely the AI, only the AI, but they don't know that they could have problems with copyrights. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is we will do this Hulk. This Hulk is, you will probably notice my voice is a little bit awkward, but I will tell you about that. This Hulk is what? Is on my Discord server, I have a challenge, weekly challenge, and this Hulk is this week challenge. Next week, it probably will be sexy girl, but now it's this Hulk. This is the weekly challenge. Link in the description of this video, hopefully it works, to my Discord server, and you can join the challenge. It's every week, around Saturday probably, Saturday. I will most likely give you some concept, either AI or I will tell you the author of the concept, and it'll be fun. So Hulk has a shorter nose, let's make it, and see what will be. And this is the challenge. The challenge is not to do it in 2 hours, of course, no. The challenge is to do it, you may do it in 2 days, you may do it in 5 days, it doesn't matter. The challenge is to do it properly, to do it nicely, to challenge yourself mostly. Because, you know, nobody can challenge you but yourself. And that's the idea, to challenge yourself, to do a nice model from a concept. And this concept is pretty good. I would say it's good because it has a nice overall silhouette, and it has a lot of detail also as the AI. It has some problems, like for example the pecs, so the chest muscles, they are a little bit awkward, but it's normal because AI doesn't know anatomy. Awkward enough. It doesn't know anatomy, it just copies stuff. That's why don't think that AI will replace us. It will probably make our job a little bit easier, a little bit faster at some point, but replacing us, replacing anatomy knowledge, I'm not sure about that. Maybe someday, who knows? But, you know, you shouldn't think about it this way. Because even if it replaces us, if we think and be afraid of this, we'll get depressed. It's not needed. Because what will be, it will be. We cannot do too much about it. That's why we have to be positive. And at least that's my point of view. Positivity. Positivity. Now let's make him a little bit more smiley. I don't like them to be like grumpy guys. I like a little bit more bright and nice. So now we have 5 minutes into this. We have only part of the face, which is not good Niku has become slow. This is my first stream for 2024. Why? Because I was sick, and that's why my voice is like this. I went to Rome, Italy, and I was there, everything was okay. Suddenly, I had to go to the bus, and I had to ride 10 stops with the bus with some teenagers, Roman teenagers. They're from Rome. They were Romans, and they were coughing. And suddenly 2 days after, I start coughing too. I start coughing blood. No, of course not. I'm joking. But the idea is that I started coughing, and since then, my voice was not the same. It just wasn't. That's why I wasn't making any streams except the Discord server streams, where I don't speak that much. In the Discord, I do streams sometimes. They are not recorded, you cannot see them anywhere, but I am just putting some music, some nice music, and I'm sculpting, and that's it. So if you join the Discord, maybe you will catch some of those streams sometime, just for relaxation. For example, I'm practicing for a new course, or I'm practicing for a new YouTube video, and I'm just streaming it. Why not? Streaming the practice. It's, you know, it's not recorded. It's nothing to be afraid of, I might say. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, the ears are a little bit strange. The face of our guy here, he's pretty mad. I don't know why, but Hulk is really always mad, so it's fine. Our concept, I mean the model, should be a little bit more bright, a little bit more nice looking. At least that's what I'm planning. He will be even smiling a little bit like this. I like more, you know, smiling is, for me, it's better than frowning. By the way, today I got Goro, the figure for Goro. Since Goro now is one of my most viewed videos in this channel, making Goro for 1 hour and a half, I 3D printed it. So I spent maybe 2 hours more to refine it a little bit more, because for 1 hour and a half you cannot do it quite well. And I just gave it to my guy for 3D printing, and he did a great job of this. And it's pretty amazing, right? Yeah, to have it. This is pretty, you know, pointy here. It's like a little bit unpleasant, but it's a nice figure. It's a nice figure to hold in your hand. Your artwork is always a good thing, especially when you're a digital artist from AliExpress like me, you know, AliExpress artist. This is me. Now, let's continue with our Hulk. Now, the face, it will be something like this. Let's see from the side view. Maybe I will make the head a little bit not so long, so shorter, from front to back. Here I don't like how the mouth is going, so I will just squeeze it with a pinch brush. And he's looking pretty awkward already, but it's not a bad awkward, so we are fine. I would say we are okay. Alright. Now, eyes. He doesn't have eyes. He will have at some point. But the idea here is, let's make a hair a little bit. And then, after we make the hair, we will start doing the body. The body will be the most interesting in my opinion, because he has a lot of muscles, a lot of big and strong things, almost like Goro. And yeah, let's see how it will go. First, adjust, then remesh, and then pull a little bit, like this. Doesn't have too much geometry already, but we will try to do what we with what we have for now. Okay, good. It's starting to look a little bit like Hulk. Not too much though. But, you know, Hulk face is pretty specific. He has very small nose. He has a big mouth, and the mouth is pretty much down, like we have done it here. This guy looks like Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke a little bit looks like this, especially in the movie Sin City, where he is this grunt guy, similar to our guy here. Pretty cool, I would say. Okay, the hair I will remesh, and then we will make some strands like this. So since this is AI, there are a lot of details, and it kind of looks okay, but it's difficult to make in 3D. That's why we will simplify. We'll simplify the hair, we will simplify the pants, we will simplify everything. And I will try to do the pants here. We'll see how it will go, because the pants are a little bit meticulous and not very easy to make in a short amount of time, especially with all the folds and you know, the folds in the pants. So yeah, we will try at least. We'll see how it will go. But trying is always nice. And we have some time, yes? Yeah, 11 minutes, we have hair, relatively good looking Hulk, almost looking like a Hulk, really. Not quite, but still, yeah. I don't like to concentrate too much on detail, especially on those streams that I'm doing pretty much fast. I like to concentrate on the overall shapes, forms and everything to look as good as possible, which means it has to look like the concept. Now, I think we are okay. We'll put eyes later if I don't forget, because sometimes I forget. There was one stream, and it was not exactly a stream even, which is even more embarrassing. It was a video that I did in my other channel, just SpeedChar, not SpeedChar Live, this one is live. The other one is just SpeedChar. And I did this video and I made a cartoon girl for like 30 minutes or so. And I forgot to make the eyebrows. And in the comments everybody was like, but you forget to make the eyebrows. And it was awkward. But still, you know, I forget sometimes. That's what I'm saying. That's my point here. That forgetting is something that I do. And it's normal. We all forget. I don't say that I'm a superhuman or something, which I am, of course, obviously. But if I was superhuman, I wouldn't get sick in Rome or whatever. But I got sick. Not too much sick, but my voice just was a little bit gone. And even now, my voice is not the best, but I decided to do the stream because I have to show you I'm alive, at least. For those who are not in the Discord server, because in the Discord server I tend to be a little bit more active and I show myself sometimes there. But for the people from the YouTube who are not in my Discord channel, let's say, server, just you have to go there. You have to go in the Discord. Why, you will ask? Because there is the weekly challenge there, and the weekly challenge is this Hulk. This particular concept is the weekly challenge. And there are people who made it very well. If I have time, at the end of this video, I will show you how well some people have managed to do it. There are amazingly good artists now in my Discord server. I don't know what they're doing there, but they are very good. And even I'm a little bit concerned because they will take my job. And I maybe am joking a little bit, but not too much, because they're really good and probably some of them are much younger than me, which means they have more possibility in front of them. They have more probabilities. I don't know how to say. Possibility, probability, whatever. But it doesn't matter, yeah. It's nice to have people who are pretty good in the Discord server. And some of them are helping others. That's very cool. In the whip section, in the help section. The Discord server is still pretty much alive, which is great. Maybe in a couple of years it will not be, but it's normal. I will try to keep it alive. So yeah, Discord is cool. This is the back. It's looking almost nice. And let's see how we will do the abdominal muscles. I'm sure that there are a lot of people in the chat asking things or just saying hi, and I'm saying hi to everybody. I just concentrate now because this is not an easy task to do this in 2 hours even. I don't know how much it will take me, maybe less than 2 hours, I'm not sure. But the idea is that it will not be an easy task. That's why I'm concentrating, I'm not answering questions. At the end, if we have time, we will answer some questions. And, but first and foremost, I will go and directly show you the works of the people from the Discord in the challenge section, in the challenge channel. Because in the Discord server, I have a couple of channels, like every server, and one of the channels is for the weekly challenge. Great, right? Now, let's see if those muscles, those shoulder muscles will be okay. I think they're relatively fine. We'll see. Let's make the arms just from a sphere. Although it's not a good idea to make them from a sphere. Let me show you how I will make the arms now. In the course that I'm preparing, we may say I'm preparing, but yeah, obviously I'm not doing too much for the course. But in the course, I will draw arms. I will make arms on the skeleton. I will make arms from cylinders. I will make arms from all the muscles separately. There will be a lot of making arms in the course that I'm preparing. My other courses, of course, you can check out in the description of this video. They are in ArtStation, in Udemy, whatever, you know, rings your bell or whatever fits you. So now, the arms here, they have to be huge. They have to be amazingly huge. So if you think you have made the arms and you made them huge, you have to make them huger or bigger. Because it's just, you know, the concept is like this. They have to be amazingly huge, ultra big, and yeah. So yeah, very, very good concept, I would say, from the AI, yes. But as I said, probably some copyright infringements are in order, and that's why this concept most likely will not be used for some kind of a company. But it's very good for practice purposes. Just to practice your anatomy skills, just to practice your working from concept skills, because it's a nice concept. And also you don't have front view, a side view, whatever. You have only one view. You have front view, yes. But you don't have a side view, you don't have 3/4 view. You don't have those. And it's again, a good practice to not have all the views and to be able to work from whatever you have. So we have to make them even bigger, the arms. As you see in the concept, they have to be ultra huge. Not just big, not just huge, ultra huge. And also, the head needs to be smaller. Most of the time I'm doing the head bigger. I mean, I'm doing it smaller than it should be. Now, it should be smaller. And also, I will have to push it like this a little bit. And a little bit on the front like this. Should be fine. Let's make it a little bit smaller. The smaller the head obviously is, the bigger the monster it will look. He will look bigger with smaller head. It's normal. That's how it works. Because usually the people's heads are similar on size. Of course, bigger people have usually bigger heads, but they're not that much different. And if your body is like more than 8 heads tall, your heads, then you have a pretty huge body. You're pretty tall, most likely, in the normal world. That's why when we make this Hulk, we make his body like 10 or more heads tall, and he's looking like a huge monster, and he is. How much time have passed? 20 minutes. For 20 minutes, we have this. I think it's okay. For 20 minutes, this is fine. We have relatively, you know, made the body and some of the arms. So for 20 minutes we are kind of looking good. Yeah, let's see. Nico shows some anatomy errors from this AI, make her cry. Make the AI cry. The AI, interestingly, will not cry. But the anatomical errors are mostly in the chest area, because those chest muscles here, some of them are completely parallel to each other, which we don't have. Usually we don't have too much parallel muscles. The muscles are like a fan. They're spreading. Especially the chest muscle, usually what they are is, let me show you, it's like this, like a fan. Not parallel that much. But of course, those are small things and they're not that important. So this AI work can pass the inspection. And some people can even take it as a normal artwork, which is not, because I generated myself. It's definitely not a normal artwork, it's completely AI. But again, where does the AI get its ideas? It's got it from real artists. That's why it probably has similarities to some normal artist work. That's why it's bad. That's why the big companies are not risking and using AI. They don't do that. That's why I think we will be fine. I also am restraining when there is a freelance, for example, and people, they want me to do from concept, to work from concept, which obviously is AI concept. And I say that I don't work from AI concepts, and it's not because the concepts are bad. It's because they're too detailed and they're not consistent. They're a little bit difficult to work from. Not a little bit. Very difficult sometimes. But for a stream, it's fine because we will not do all the details. We will be just fine, I think. It's not a big deal. And yeah, I'm sure that some people in the comments will say that, Nico, but why are you promoting AI? You have to be crazy. Don't do this. It will take our jobs and stuff. But I already told you I don't think so that much. And I'm not like promoting it that much. I'm just using it for practicing purposes. I'm saying that every artist, even 3D artists, we can use the 2D AI just to make nice original concepts for ourselves, for practice purposes and for portfolio. Because if you do this concept, if you spend enough time with it, and if you make it right with nice render and everything, and just post it in your ArtStation, most likely it will bring you positives. I guess it will. Negatives, most likely not. Positives, most likely yes. Let's see if those arms are big enough. I think they're not big enough, so we'll have to make them a little bit bigger and fatter. The hands, I mean, not the arms. The arms are relatively okay. Maybe we can make them bigger, but we'll see. Yeah, we have to be very careful because it's very easy to deviate from the concept, and especially in the arm area, I don't want to deviate that much. I want it to be exactly like the concept because that's what I like in the concept. The arms especially. They are very huge, very over the top, which I love. And that's what I wanted to do, by the way. I wrote, the prompt was something like Hulk, raged, huge arms, huge triceps, and something like this. It was the prompt. Not very long prompt, by the way, just a short one, just simple. I don't do prompts like at the end of the prompt to put like 16 by 5 hyper realism, ultra real, hyper ultra real, 3D Unreal Engine type. No, I don't do that. When I do prompts, they are pretty simple, and I just do them a couple of times until I get the desired result, and then if I want, I can go to Photoshop and draw over the concept if I need it to be specifically something. And that's why I'm thinking that's how some people are using the AI. They are doing something like a base and then they draw over it. It's very easy if you are a very good artist. If you're a very good 2D artist, for example, concept artist. It's very easy to just do some prompt and then make it in Photoshop, just finish it in Photoshop instead of starting from scratch. You can change some things, you can cut, paste, whatever, then redraw some things and stuff, but it will be much faster than doing it by yourself from scratch. And it probably will not make copyright infringement if you touch almost everything, but you will have the colors, you will have the nice shadows, you will have to retouch a lot of things like maybe the hands and other stuff which is kind of incorrect, but at the end you will have something very, very good, probably above your level of drawing, which is probably a little bit of a problem, but still it will be kind of your work mostly. Yeah, just guess how people are doing it. I would probably do it this way if I was 2D. Although, if I do it for my pleasure, for myself, I most likely will be I would want to do it by myself, absolutely from scratch, just for my pleasure. If I do it for work, then maybe I will use those tools, because it will be faster and the quality will be nicer. But for my pleasure, to do something with the AI, I don't know. If I was a 2D artist, I mean, I'm not anymore. I was not anymore. Hello Nico, I have noticed all of your videos that you never change the strength and the radius of the brushes. Is it just me or how you work out better? I work in Blender and in ZBrush also. I don't care about the radius. The radius I change it. I change it with the those keys, the square comma keys or whatever it's called. But the strength I don't change it. I just use my pen, and the pressure of the pen is enough for me to, you know, to work. It's not a problem. Yeah, I have to, you know, do the pants now, because they're one of the most difficult things. And then I may read some questions. Now, this is a cylinder. I will delete it because I want to do a cylinder which has 16, no, again. Come on. I want to do a cylinder with 16 sides. No, not sphere. Yeah, sometimes even I get, you know, absolutely upset and I cannot think that much. Let me see. 16. And this will be one piece of my trousers or the pants. Here I will put it. Since I moved it in normal mode, not in edit mode, I will apply all transformations, then I will go to edit mode and continue with what I have. Now this, yeah, this is one of the pants. We'll see how it will go, but for now I will try to do it like this. So extrude up, then I will select those and extrude in, mirror with clipping and clip it in the middle. And this should work for the time being. Yeah, this is our pants. They're very simple in the beginning. But everything is simple in the beginning, you know. Do you remember when you have born yourself? No, you haven't born yourself. When you were born, you were pretty simple. I mean, your mind is very simple when you're born. You just want to eat and sleep and to be loved. That's the only things that one baby wants. Very simple things. Now we think we are more elaborate and more complex creatures, but the truth is we want the same things. Kind of. To be loved, eat and sleep. And by the way, to be loved is maybe the first thing we want. Then eat and sleep. Maybe will be later, after the love. There are experiments. I don't know what kind of sick mind did those experiments, but they're experimented and they they have those babies, which are probably the babies that nobody wanted, and they put them in one place and they were just feeding them and make sure they are clean and they are fed without any love. They were not hugging them, they were not speaking to them, and I don't think any of the babies survived, which is pretty sad, but it shows really that love is pretty essential for all of us. Not only for babies, not only for the simple-minded creatures like the babies are, but also for us. We are not that complex. We are also simple-minded creatures, however we look. And whatever complicated we think we are, it's not completely true. We are not all that complicated. We want the same things, to be happy, and in order to be happy we need love. I'm sorry that Nico, the 3D artist who is doing monsters and sculpting, will have to tell you that love is all you need. Dun, 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 dun. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Dun, 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 dun. Love is all. Dun, 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 dun. All you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. No, I cannot. I cannot sing that much. Not that I can anyway, but with this voice, it's difficult. Let's go and add mirror. This is... Yeah, I was talking about love and I was doing the pants of the Hulk monster. Very nice, very nice. Nice going, Nico. You are making your point here. Amazing, yeah. Alright, pants and legs overall. Yeah, for my next course, I'm planning, and I say that for over 6 months now, maybe even more, I'm planning the arm and hand anatomy course exercises. It will be a very good exercises, a lot of them, for arm and hand anatomy. Sculpting or drawing, it doesn't matter, but it will be cool. I promise. When I do it, and it will be probably, I will start it even after the middle of February, because I'm planning to go to Thailand in February. Yeah, I was planning for a very long time to go to Thailand, but now we've bought tickets. Now me and my wife, we go to Thailand, and yeah, for the second time, because Thailand is a country that, especially in the winter, in our winter, oh, it's amazing to visit. It's warm, it has beautiful scenery, beaches, and undersea life like fishes and corals. Also amazing food. Just Thailand is, for me at least, it's just wow. That's why we'll go there. And we'll see how things will be. But I will be back in 21st of February most likely. So don't expect any streams in February, especially from the 6th of February to the 21st of February. Probably there will be no streams, but it's not a problem, I guess. It's not a huge issue. Let's see now. So the legs have to be bigger. And the feet have to be enormously bigger. So how to make the feet bigger? We will do this. Okay, now like this. Then I will invert the mask, and then I will take my scale, shift right click, Come on, shift right click. It doesn't work. Okay, because I'm pressing control. When shift and right click doesn't work, it means you're pressing control. You know? So don't press it, just press shift. Now, let me see this big... they're looking a little bit awkward. A little bit like a cartoon feet, but I don't care. They should work. Now, let's fix some issues and we'll be fine. Smooth here and there. Maybe move it a little bit up. It should be okay. Okay, I need to look at somewhere else than the work. Let me see. We have 35 minutes into this. And in 35 minutes, we have this thing. I will have to fix the waist. It's too small. It has to be bigger, like this. I'll have to fix the legs. They have to be thicker. And many other things. The legs have to be, you know, shorter probably. And some other things. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure exactly what I have to fix now, because I have looked at this artwork for 35 minutes already, which is a lot of time. I always say that, and many people say that, and you have to listen that when you're working on something, when you get to a point like this, you have to get away from it. You have to get away from it for an hour or two, just for your eyes to rest, and then you may see your mistakes, or some of them. Now I'm sure that many of you are seeing mistakes that I don't see, but of course for this amount of time nobody can expect perfection, even from a guy like me. I'm not a perfectionist all the way, by the way. It's not. I'm not a perfectionist in any way. Let me read some comments just to get away from this, and we'll see. I will place it like this, near the concept. Okay, the legs obviously have to be shorter, but we'll see. I've been following you so far, so long, but I finally managed to catch you live. Yes, but catching me live is not something that you have to aim for. I mean, these videos, they are always staying in the channel, so it's not a big issue. I didn't know about that masking trick. This is not a trick. We do it all the time, especially in ZBrush. This is absolutely how you do things. In Blender, it was a little bit difficult, but now in Blender 4, it's much easier because you can put your pivot whatever you want, as in ZBrush. Hello Nico, how's doing the freelance? Not too much freelance these days. Are there enough jobs as the previous years? What's your prediction about the future of 3D character artists? So, now, let me tell you again, for the freelance, it's very, very important. Last year, 2023, it was not good year for freelance. I had like 5 freelances the whole year, which is a small amount of freelancers. So each freelance I do like for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then nothing. Sometimes I have like 2 freelancers at the same time, and then nothing. And for the last, let's say, maybe 4 months, I have nothing. No freelance at all. So this maybe is because I haven't posted anything in my ArtStation. It's important for you to post in your ArtStation regularly, nice things. Once every 2 months to post something nice, like a nice, you know, 3D something. It's good. I haven't. Maybe it's like this. Maybe it's because of the kind of people are expecting the depression, a financial one, and they are kind of keeping their money and not willing to spend them, you know, for whatever reason. Those are things that I'm thinking it's the reason that even the courses that I'm selling, they haven't sold that well in 2023. Now in this year, 2024, I don't expect it to be much different. We'll see how it will go, nobody can say, but I'm not expecting anything too much different from 2023 because, yeah, inflation has slowed down. People probably are not that afraid of the inflation anymore, and they are willing to spend some money but we'll see. It's about to be seen. Nobody can say exactly. Maybe somebody can, but I can't. I'm not a financial specialist. But yeah, freelance was weak. Pretty weak freelance last year. And this year also. No freelance so far. We'll see how it will go. It's not a big deal. I'm making money from my courses. They are kind of enough for now. Hopefully they will be enough in the future, but it's... I don't know. We'll see. So Nico, how will you do this pants? They will be difficult, right? Yes, you're right. There is no question like this, by the way. I just asked myself. But it's gonna be hard. I'm guessing it's gonna be hard. What is this muscle, Nico? I don't know. It's a teres major, I think it's called. Nico, what is this muscle here? Everybody knows this. This muscle is the traps. The traps are here. And what is this then? This is your back shoulder. Amazing, Nico. What is this here? I don't know. What is this muscle here? This muscle is very important, but I don't know how it's called. But it's a big back muscle. So it's cool. This is some spinal muscles here. They're going up until they're finished in the neck. They're finishing in the neck. But they're most prominent in the bottom here because they're the thickest. What are those muscles here then, Nico? You are teacher of anatomy. You are teaching in academy here in Bulgaria even. You're teaching students live in a building, whatever. So you don't know what those muscles are here. Those muscles are called serratus muscles, I think, but I'm not sure. Why should I know them? I kind of know how to do them and where to put them. So, you know, I always say that you don't need to know all the names of all the muscles. Of course, you have to know the biceps, the triceps, the brachialis, the brachioradialis. Those are important muscles. But how the chest is called? Yeah, it's called pecs, but pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, whatever. But I call them upper chest, middle chest, and bottom chest. That's what I call them. Yeah, kill me. No, don't kill me. But I'm a little bit confused because the Russians, they haven't called me to make ArtStation reviews lately. They haven't threatened me like before, because a couple of months before they threatened to murder me, my family, and all of people that I know, because I haven't done ArtStation reviews for some time. But these days they're pretty quiet. I don't know why. Something happens. I will start the challenge now. It's ending this Saturday. Yes, Saturday the challenge ends. But of course, if you haven't done it, you can continue working on this and the next one. The next one will be... Yes, I will tell you which one will be the next. The next one will be this. Yeah, nudity, I know, but it's art. So we don't care. This is not an AI art, which is great. This is from a guy. We will say his name. I don't know exactly. But the week after that, I plan to do this. Because this is very interesting. The legs, not exactly like this. But the body and the arms are looking amazing. They are slightly stylized. They're amazing. And also, the head is pretty difficult to make. You are saying, this is just a cartoon dog. What could be difficult? It's not easy at all. So, yeah. Now you know what we'll do in the next couple of weeks. And then we will see some interesting concepts. Always will be available. It will be very cool. Hopefully the weekly challenge will continue to be. And I'm saying this Hulk here that I'm doing now is this week's challenge. And I'm doing it to help you guys do it because it's easier when you see somebody does it. It's probably a little bit easier to do it because you see that the arms have to be super huge, the legs have to be kind of a very thick and very short legs, kind of. And all those things you kind of start to see when you see somebody do the artwork. If you have to do it by yourself, especially if you're not very experienced artist, then it will be much, much more difficult. And you will make mistakes. I will show you the Discord and the people who have done the challenge so far. I will show you their works. And as I said, there are a couple of people that have done an amazing job. There are some people who deviate from the concept, but in a good way, which is great. Maybe it's their style. Of course, it's a good thing to exercise and to practice working from the concept and making exactly the concept, which is difficult for many artists because the artistic thing in you, the artistic you say to yourself that I have to change something here. I have to put something from me in this artwork, which I encourage usually. But when you're doing something for a work, something for some company, you usually don't have that much artistic freedom. You have to do the concept because you're a 3D artist. If you're a 3D artist, of course. If you're not, I'm sorry that I called you 3D artist. It's not an insult, of course. 3D artist is not an insult in any case. And even I may say quite the opposite, because 2D is less than 3D, you know, it's 2, it's not 3. 3 is more than 2. But of course, the work of a 2D artist, especially if he's doing everything by himself without AI, it's more difficult than our work. Our work is more specific. You have to be able to orient yourself in the 3D space, but it's working from a concept. It's already done. It's already imagined. You don't have to imagine it that much, except for the back sometimes. Like we have the front, but we have to imagine the back. So what I will do is I will turn a little bit more this arm. At least I will try to turn it a little bit more inward, and I will just push it outward if I can. Okay, like this. And his arms are a little bit bigger in my opinion because they are going to this point. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's relatively fine. The very important thing is this is your brachioradialis here, this huge thing. This is your shoulder. You see how short is the distance between the brachioradialis and the shoulder. If you do it, if you make it longer, I will make it a little bit longer because mine is too short. But if you make it too long, then it will start to deviate from the concept a lot. So those are the things, some of the things. I cannot say everything. I cannot possibly tell you all the things about the concept that you have to be careful about. But I can at least say few of them. And the distance between the shoulder and the brachioradialis, which is this one, is one of those. It's very short distance. And the biceps is going below the line of the brachioradialis, which is usually the case. This is the brachialis muscle here, which is next to it, next to the biceps, and it sits between the biceps and the triceps. And many people will ask, but Nico, this brachialis muscle is very kind of strange. Where does it start? I mean, is the shoulder going over the brachialis muscle, or how does it work? I will say that the shoulder is attached to the humerus, which is this bone here. The shoulder attaches to the humerus. Brachioradialis is starting from the humerus. Brachialis is starting, radialis also. The brachialis is starting from the humerus to just below the shoulder. It starts around this area here. So they are kind of almost attached to the same point there. Almost, not completely. All right, I'm sure there are a lot of questions in the chat right now, and we have to try to answer them. Let's see how much time we have. Okay, 50 minutes. I will answer questions for 5 minutes, and then we will continue because we have to make a lot of pants. The pants are kind of, you know, the things. How can I obtain the reference images you are using? In the Discord server, you can check it out. Hi Nico, love what you do. Your work is very inspiring. Your approach is brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, we have 287 people watching now, which is great. How you use mouse or tablet style? Okay, I will say that again, and I will say that many more times, I guess, because many new people are coming. They don't know. I'm using a tablet. I'm using a tablet which is called One by Wacom. This is the cheapest Wacom tablet, but the tablet doesn't matter. If you're using and if you can find a cheap second-hand tablet, whatever it is, if it's Huion, if it's I don't know, there are a couple of brands. Wacom is the most established brand, one of the oldest, but the others also work. For 3D art, you don't need the best tablet ever. If you are a 2D artist, if you're drawing, if you need a tilt pressure or whatever, then probably you need a better tablet. But for this, for 3D, no, just any tablet will work. So don't worry, just use whatever you can. Hey Nico, are you using graphic tablet or mouse? Okay, we answered that. Have you tried sculpting in VR? Not quite. I would want, but I haven't. Shoulders looking flat and the traps are too big. The traps are too big, yes. Shoulders looking flat, yes. They can be a little bit more like big. Thank you for this. Yeah, many people are kind of giving ideas in the chat, in the comments after. In the comments, when you say the head is too small or the head is too big or it doesn't have eyebrows, yeah, it shows that you have noticed that, which probably is why you're doing this, just to scratch your ego, which is okay, but it cannot help, you know, that's the thing. If you want to help, then maybe now is the time to speak. Do you use add-ons? Not too much. I'm using just few add-ons, and when I'm just sculpting, I don't use any add-ons. Sometimes I can use, for example, this add-on, which is the quad remesher add-on, which is paid, unfortunately, just to remesh some things. But I restrain of doing it in my courses. Sometimes when I'm doing freelance, I do it. But you can work without it with not too much problem. Just a little bit more time it will take you. Now for the legs, for the pants I mean, let's just make them a little bit like this, and then I will do something that nobody have imagined if they haven't watched the Discord stream, because a couple of days ago I did Discord stream making this same character. That's why we have a thumbnail for this video. And whoever watched it, the Discord stream, unfortunately the Discord streams were not recorded. But I did it because I didn't want to speak. My voice was even worse than now, and I didn't want to speak. That's why I do Discord streams sometimes, just to relax, just to listen to the music, and maybe somebody can learn something from my practices. Because when I'm doing a Discord stream, I usually just practice. I just practice. I do a human head just for warm-up usually, because this is my favorite thing to do. And then I do whatever, some concept. Just quick for like hour or two. And then we finish the stream. And for all that time, I'm just listening to some music like Rammstein, like Skindred, like rock music of any kind, Queen, sometimes Beatles even. Of my favorite bands, obviously. Okay, now, mirror. I will apply the mirror, I don't care. Now I will add solidify modifier. Increase the size of the solidify. We want it to be pretty thick. Then we will add a subdivision surface modifier and increase it to 2 at least. Then in edge data I will increase this and this. Save. Good, so we have now some kind of pants and they look relatively fine. We can adjust them. I don't want to work without symmetry, by the way, because it will be awkward. At some point I will break the symmetry. But now, I would like to drink water. For now. 301 people watching, very nice. Maya is saying to pump up the triceps from the back in Bulgarian. Maya is one of my colleagues from back when I was working for Gameloft. She's still working there in Gameloft in the Sofia studio. And hello Maya, thank you for watching my stream. And thank you all that are watching, like 300 people watching now. It's pretty cool. I noticed that when people are seeing beautiful woman when I'm sculpting, and when they see a muscular creature, people are watching more. When I'm doing something like more ordinary, people don't watch that much. I don't know. The triceps, let's pump it up a little bit more. Yeah, it has to be over the top. That's definitely true. Has to be over the top. Now, let's see what we can do here in the middle. I don't like it. This is awkward. Let's disable the solidify, disable this. Okay, we have some issues here. How we will resolve them? By just dragging this, put it in the middle, and smooth it out. And here in the middle we will have issues most likely, but I don't care that much. Now it's better, although we have this kind of interesting thing here. But when we remesh, it will not matter at all. Here I will make him having a little bit of a package because, you know, he's a Hulk and he probably grows not only the muscles, because this is not a muscle. I mean, the penis is not a muscle. I don't know if I have to talk about it, but the penis is not a muscle. It's something else. It fills with blood when it has to be big, but it's not a muscle. So don't mistake it for a muscle. And if you train it a lot, it will not grow. That's why it's not a muscle. The brain is more like a muscle. If you train the brain a lot, if you do a lot of brain work, it will grow stronger and better, yes. The biceps is a muscle. If you train it, it will grow stronger and better. But the penis is not a muscle. It will not grow bigger if you train it. But of course, it doesn't mean that you don't have to try. You can try and tell me how it works if you train it a lot. But most likely you will pump up your arm, then the biceps, then the penis. The arm will definitely get stronger with all the motions. Not the penis. Tongue is a muscle, yeah. We just love beautiful bodies. Yeah, cool, yeah. Hi from South Africa. This is very interesting, learning a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you, South Africa. I have to go there also. I have a lot of places to visit in this lifetime. I don't have enough time. Okay, now solidify, apply the subdivision. And now we can do some little folds, which is great. Notice how the folds are starting from the crotch outwards. Yes, and here we have some kind of a more elaborate folds like this. We can call them also wrinkles because they are pretty small, some of them, but still folds, let's say folds. Now, it's cool, it's very cool, but let's make those a little bit more interesting. You know, for this amount of time, I will not be able to make something ultra beautiful and nice, but you know, overall we want it to be okay. So 1 hour, and we have this for 1 hour. This is 1 hour of work. If I don't answer questions, if I concentrate more on the work, probably I will be able to do it for a little bit less, but not too much less, you know, that's not ultra huge less. Now I will show you the mirror modifier and why it's bugged. Now I will disable the mirror modifier. You see how all the smooth that I did It's not there. When I enable the mirror modifier, it's there. So what I will do, not to do this, and also not to have some problems with lagging, because when you have a lot of polygons and you have mirror modifier, in Blender, it will lag. And now it's lagging a little bit. So I will apply the mirror modifier and then just add symmetry on X, and now the lagging is gone and it's working perfectly. I don't know why, but the modifiers in Blender are kind of bad. They are lagging. That's why I kind of chose usually to work without modifiers. I basically always kind of apply the modifiers and then work from there. But you have to be pretty sure of yourself if you would apply the modifiers. So be careful. We have to do this, only this nail. The other nails we don't care about, but this one is important nail. And when I started to do details on the pants and on the hand, people are starting to leave. I don't know why, but now we are below 300 people watching. Unfortunately, people don't like details. They like overall things, not the details. That's also me. I don't like details too. I like to do the overall forms and then I lose interest usually. And I stop watching the stream. Even my stream, I stop watching it. Now, you look at me, you say, but he's with open eyes and he's watching. But I have no interest and I don't watch my stream while I'm streaming it. It's just amazing. I don't know how it happens, but it's just the way it is. I'm not lying to you guys. I'm just joking, of course. Of course I'm joking. What's the best way to learn anatomy? By buying my courses and practicing from them. That's the best way. It's the same even with simple Boolean modifier, lots of lag. Exactly. Blender is a laggy program. We don't say that it's not. It is. Yoni, go away, please. My daughter is starting to, it's trying to get into position to come here. She probably will at some point, but yeah, we cannot stop her. It's an unstoppable force, you know. I told her not to come. But who listens to Nico? Nobody. Except 309 people right now. But that's it. That's it. What's up from Alabama? Ooh. Sweet home Alabama. Dun, 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 dun. When the skies are so blue. Dun, 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 dun. Sweet home Alabama. Dun, 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 dun. This character can be rigged. Yes, it can when you do the low poly. This one, this is a high poly. This is a high poly model, and in theory you can rig it, but you cannot animate it that much. You know, because it's a lot of polygons, and it will, any program that's worth animating in, like Blender or Maya, it will probably crash or it will be unusable if you try to animate a character with that much polygons. Now, let's see how much polygons we are talking about. We're talking, for the whole model, just 1 million, even less than 1 million faces, but he's still not ready. He will be a little bit more than that, and especially if I want to print him, to 3D print him, or to make him nice and you know, with details, I will have to make him couple of million polygons. And couple of million polygons, believe me, I know from real animators, they are not really animatable that much. That's why we're doing low poly version, then we're baking maps, we're doing UVs, all that boring stuff that has to be done in order to make some game model or even model for a movie or for some kind of a advertisement, whatever. It's not easy. 324 people watching right now. It's probably some kind of a record, I don't know. If somebody follows my channel, maybe they know. I don't follow my channel that much, though. I don't know. You know, I rarely watch my videos. I watch them sometimes, just a little bit, just to see what can be improved. For example, I watch them and I say, okay, I'm not talking that much. I have to talk more. And I have to talk about more interesting things or stuff like this. Because I see how people are working, how people are doing it, like Mr. Beast, for example. His videos are quite interesting. Of course, he's putting a lot more money in them than me. I'm putting no money at all in my videos. Just pure talent, you know, just pure talent. Not money, talent only. So yeah, let's see how it will go. This guy. Okay, the pants, we have to finish the pants. Now, what I will do is, I will just remesh them. And I know this is a risky move. Remeshing, when you have a thin mesh like this, it's a risky move, but it will pay in the form of, it will be much easier to make those folds, and much nicer folds they will be. Now I will disable my, the symmetry. I'm disabling the symmetry, and now I will work without symmetry a little bit, just to see what happens. I'm working with damp standard brush, which is not damp standard in Blender. It's called Draw Sharp, but the same brush in ZBrush is called damp standard. That's what I'm saying. Damp standard as a joke for people who are using ZBrush and saying that in Blender you cannot do the things that you can do in ZBrush, which is not true. You can do most of the things that you can do in ZBrush. And for me, since I'm not doing realistic models, I'm doing mostly stylized ones, Blender is absolutely enough for everything. I even was able last year to do a freelance for, it was for kind of a movie, not exactly movie, but it was not a game, so it was a little bit more detailed model. I managed to do it, he was kind of realistic, and by the way, I have streamed it on this channel, because they allowed me, some of the making of this alien character, completely in Blender. I haven't touched ZBrush at all. It's just like this. ZBrush is a mighty fine program. It's very nice, it's very cool, but it's not irreplaceable, you know. You can replace it pretty easy with this one, Blender. Some people are asking, even now in my channel, in this channel, what program is he using? Even when the video is named Super Muscular Hulk in Blender, I'm sure there will be a comment at some point, what program is he using? Yeah, I know. It's hard to imagine that this will be true and this will be, but it is. And I know. Believe me. I know. I've seen it a lot of times. And it's not pretty. I'm joking, it's fine. But yeah, I'm not joking that it's like this. Let's make a little bit of asymmetry in the abs, in the chest even. Because the chest is usually very nice to have asymmetry, things like this here. It's very cool to be asymmetrical. You know, in a model, you can make symmetrical arms, completely symmetrical. They can be mirrored to each other, no problem. But the middle portion of your model, it's the most important thing to be asymmetrical, because it's most visible when it's completely mirror and stuff, you know. So the middle portion, it's just at the end or at some point, just disable symmetry and work on the middle portion of your model like this. And it will pay off. The face is the same. The most middle portion, like for example, let me show you. Here, the nose, maybe the arm, the mouth a little bit. And the chin also here. If you make them asymmetrical, it will go a long way. For the side of the eyes and the other things, we don't care. But the forehead, nose, and the mouth, they have to be kind of asymmetrical in order for your model to look a little bit better, you know. Maybe not super hugely better, because your anatomy skills are still not on the right level, but I'm saying still, because if you work hard enough, you will get there. Everybody gets there if they work hard enough. Whoever doesn't get there, he doesn't work hard enough. That's the truth. Let's just see here how it will be. A little bit of those folds in here, wrinkles. Okay, this I don't completely approve here. I will fill it. All right. Now it should work. He's yeah, a little bit strange. Maybe his chin has to be a little bit smaller if he has to look like a real Hulk. He doesn't look like a real Hulk. He doesn't. Because I'm not that good, obviously. Cannot make him look like Hulk. But he's fine. Maybe the hair is helping for him to look a little bit like the Hulk. Let's move the ears a little bit more upwards and make them smaller. Overall, we can work a lot on the face because it's not bad. It's not ultra bad, I would say, the face. And the body also is kind of okay. So now, what else we can do is easily we can just color it and we can call it a day. And we can be like less than 1.5 hours into the model. Let's color it a little bit and see what's happening. What kind of color will be nice for our model? Green, of course, but what kind of green? Green yellowish tint, most likely. A little bit darker. Yeah, this one is kind of okay for now. I'm just coloring it, and the head also. We don't have eyes yet. We will. I am almost certain we will at some point. This is black, okay. This has to be some kind of color like this one. I'm trying for my colors to not be ultra violet, no, ultra saturated. We don't like ultra saturated colors. But he's looking relatively fine now. The proportions are okay. For this amount of time, they are fine. Now, let's go and make some eyes. Because I promised to make some eyes. And you guys said, Nico promised to make eyes and he haven't made eyes. What's happening with that? He's a liar. Probably some of you have thought that, but I am not. If I forget the eyes, it's unintentional, you know. But I haven't forgot them. So we have eyes right now. They are white and they will be white. Like Walter White almost. Not quite. Not quite white like Walter White. But we'll get there. Alright. Good job. This is fine. Let's see what we can do with... The face is relatively fine. I kind of like it. I'm not super mad about the face. But we need to put some things on the face. Let's, for example, put some eyebrows. Eyebrows usually are a good idea for a character like this to have. Okay, eyebrows checked. We can put some dark around the eyes. And this will make him more sinister. Checked. We can put a little bit of kind of this color on the ears. Now they made in the recent versions of Blender, they made selecting the color to be Shift X. So with Shift X, you can select any color of the current mesh you are working on, which is a long way from just S in the previous version. So S was in the previous versions and it was much easier in my opinion. Now this is kind of awkward. I don't like it that much. Shift X. But I don't care. I don't complain that much. I will just get used to it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big issue. I'm just putting some, you know, just to break up the color. If you leave your character just one color, he will be boring. Don't do this. Break it up a little bit. Just put some different color here and there. It will pay off. It will be better, much better. And now let's just put shadow. And the shadow we will maybe try to be as the concept shadow. Like this. But we don't care that much. Shadow is fine. Cavity, world type cavity. It's cool. So he's looking relatively fine. We can put some lights, for example, to have rim light in the back, which we can do. I'm not sure if it will lag. Probably it will. But let's try it. So first, we'll go to the render window. We don't have anything. We'll go to the scene here and we add new. Now we have something. We have some light. But this light will help us. We don't have light in the scene yet. But this will help us. I will save, by the way. To go to the Eevee render. Go to ambient occlusion and have some ambient occlusion. Let's see. Okay, like this. Bounces approximation, we disable it. And now we have nice ambient occlusion. We can try to increase this ambient occlusion by increasing this. And I think this is fine. This is a good ambient occlusion. Now we will put some materials. First material, there will be only one material, by the way, which will be base color, color attribute. And now we have this green color. Now I select everything. And the last thing is the arms are selected, Control L, and link materials. And now all the materials are with their basic vertex color. Now the eyes, we have to make them white because they're not. Just draw them white. And they're ready. And now we have something which looks relatively okay, but it's very dark. Now we have to add lights. When we add lights, it will be fine. Okay, are we ready? Yes. The waistline is higher. Probably yes. On the concept, the waistline is a little bit higher, but it doesn't look bad, so we are fine. When you make it for the challenge, make the waistline higher and you will be fine. So, let's put some lights. Light, point light. This light will be our main light, and it will not be point, it will be a sunlight with power of 2. I will move it. Shadow, we always open the shadow and click contact shadows because otherwise we're doomed. Now, we have this. It doesn't look super cool, but we can decrease this light a little bit. And then we can go to color management on the Eevee window and open it and go to medium high contrast. A little bit more contrast, it's fine. Then we'll need another light. So I will just duplicate this one and make it area light. Let's see, area light. Area light, which will point backwards like this. And this will be, I will make it huge, but much huger I want to make it, come on. And I will make the power 2000 watts. Okay, 2000 watts, obviously, for this huge light is not ultra big thing. My point is I'm trying to make the rim light almost like the concept, which With this huge light probably will not be the case. Yeah, the smaller the light, the sharper the rim light will be. For example, we have this point light and it will make a sharper. We can take it back and then make it 20,000. And yeah, we will have a nice rim light here and a nice red rim light from the other side. Because I will make the other light that I duplicated just now, I will make it kind of reddish. And it's not like the concept. Of course, it will never be. The concept is just fake. Okay, so the sunlight is fine, the angle is cool, the shadow is fine, diffuse and everything. Yeah, so this is one of the things you can do about the model, how to light it. But lightening the model, make it nice enough, it's a big job, I would say. But let's go to our materials and let's try to put some less roughness, so it's a little bit more like wet. So less rough. Good. We have some real rim lights from the back. They are not the best, but that's what we have. And probably we need to put the head a little bit more down. So let's try that. I'm moving the light also. But it's cool. It's relatively cool. I don't completely like it like this. I would like, let's see cycles, how it will work. Yeah, the cycles is, but the contrast is not good. So Workbench render will be, I guess, the best if we make it work. This will be our Workbench. And it's a little bit more contrasty, a little bit nicer. The shadow is relatively fine. Maybe we can make it like this. And you see, this is kind of a more muscular, more contrasty compared to the Eevee render, which is more light, more like realistic or whatever. But if you want to do something more cartoon style, more anime, more of this, it has to be this. And it is Workbench. I did this. Unfortunately, you cannot do rim lights in here in Workbench. Hopefully someday we will be able to have rim lights. But now I don't think there are ways to do rim lights in Workbench. The idea is that I did the renders for the Lobo course. I will show you Lobo. I did it in Workbench. The render itself, it's pretty interesting. Yes. This is Lobo, and I did it in Workbench. This render. It's not Cycles, it's not Eevee, it's Workbench. And it works very well for those types of characters. So, now, how much time has it passed? 1 hour and 23 minutes. We are ready. I don't care about this anymore. We will go to the Discord and I will show you how the people have done the challenge. So, this is my Discord server. This is the channel, Weekly Sculpt Challenge. And the first challenge is this Hulk. And then people are starting. This is one whip from one guy. This is a process so far. Let's see it. Yeah, this is the same guy. Victor Sunlight. Then we have this. And again, the Victor. Again, Victor here. He's... and this guy is pretty interesting because he doesn't work exactly on the concept as we see. He's doing something by himself. This is the first guy that had made the model very close to the concept. Like overall structure and everything looks pretty awesome. And also the pens, he has spent kind of a big time on the pens, which is great. This one, okay, this is again Victor, this is another guy or girl. I'm not sure which one is a girl, which one is a guy, I'm not sure. We see here, this is me, the result of the Discord stream that I did for hour and a half or whatever. This is a nice work, but it's, you know, the head should be smaller, should be more into the traps, the legs should be smaller a little bit, stuff like this. This one looks very good. It's a little bit more stylized than the concept, but I like it a lot. This one is it's fine, but there are a lot of things that can be better, of course. This one is going to be very nice if the guy finishes it. It's not like the concept, it's a little bit more bulky, but it's interesting, which is great. Also, this is very nice. You see, even the render is pretty cool. It's overall pretty nice. This one is not exactly the concept, but I like the face. And overall the upper body, the lower body, it's not exactly superb. Could be better. This one, pretty nice. As you can see, the face is awesome and overall body is huge and bulky. It's not exactly like the concept. Many people are restraining of looking at the concept. You have to look at the concept almost as much as you look at the sculpt. That's the rule. Otherwise, you will not be able to make the concept. And even if you look at it, you probably will not be able to make it again because it's hard to work from a concept and kind of make it correct. And this is the last guy. The pants are looking relatively fine. The feet have to be bigger, I think. And the arms have to be a little bit thicker. But overall, not a bad job. So this is from my Discord server. Link in the description of the video if somebody is not a member yet. Maybe you would want, because there will be weekly challenges. And also in the whips section, in the show off section, in the help section, there are a lot of people that can kind of help you. They can give you some advice if you want. And they are good. As you can see, there are people who are pretty good in sculpting. Maybe some are better than me. I don't know. Faster, probably not. Better, I don't know. Probably. But this is the result of this stream. So let me just scroll up a little bit the questions and answer a few questions. So from now on, this will be the result of our video. I will just answer a few questions and we will be off. So whoever wants to leave, now is the time to leave. This is my cough, by the way. I haven't cleaned my lungs yet, but I'm perfectly fine. I make push-ups, I make pull-ups. I am okay, except with this inside the lungs, there is still things that have to go and get out. Do you ever use ZBrush to sculpt? And if you do you prefer Blender? I've used ZBrush for more than 10 years when I was working in Gameloft. Then I decided to switch to Blender for reasons that I explained in the video in my other channel. You can check it out. And then now I'm working for 2 years only in Blender. For 2 years now, I've opened ZBrush for no more than like 3 hours tops. All the time that I've opened ZBrush in those 2 years is like 3 hours. Blender, thousands of hours maybe I have in Blender now. Nico, I'm your biggest fan, interesting, from Pakistan. I love the way you sculpt. I have done your Superhuman Anatomy and the Dragon course, and those trainings helped me a lot in my sculpting journey. Thank you, I'm glad that I can be helpful, and my courses, of course, can be helpful. That's always a good thing to hear. Eevee is great, they gonna update it soon. Probably yes. The waistline is higher now, yes. The Hulk has pupils. Probably he has, but since they are not super visible in this model, since his head is too small, I choose not to do them because it will be time. And since I'm doing those sculpts for short amount of time, the shorter amount of time possible, I'm trying to save sometimes here and there. So yeah. Turn the boom and screen surface on. The boom and screen surface. You mean in the render? In the Eevee render. Let's see. bloom, and screen space reflections. It doesn't do much, I would say. Maybe refractions, no. Maybe some things here would help, but as I said, if you want something pretty much with a lot of contrast, then this is your thing. Those muscles are amazing. Yeah, that's cool because this is an AI art, so you have to thank AI for that. I'm sorry. Hulk with small head, interesting. Watching the art of sculpting, big thank you. You have to turn on the world light off to make rim light effect. I don't know about that. It's weird to see you live. I'm following your super anatomy course. It's not weird because I am live pretty often these days, almost every week. Although this year, since we are already 18th of January 2024, this is my first live, but because I was a little sick. And in the winter it happens, it's normal. Make him more shiny. Yeah, it could be that, of course. I tend to make the scene bit darker for more contrast. That's also the thing. Everything can be done, you know. Only thing more indestructible than Hulk is Marvel's Hulk shorts. Make the ambient light darker. Could be. But now I told you, I will stick to this at least, for now. Yeah, it doesn't have rim light and whatever, but it looks kind of okay. Remesh it with quad remesher, please. I want to see how it performs. Okay, we can try that, by the way, yeah. Actually, there are already 330 people watching and 322 likes. Very nice. But Nico, do you still play GeoGuessr? I haven't played it this year, by the way, but I have to. And I have it on one of the tabs around here somewhere. I think I have it. Probably I closed it. But I will play it these days, I'm sure. GeoGuessr, it's amazing. We have to do a stream about that only. Yeah, not many people will watch it, but it will be fun, so it's fine. My name is Tariq Jamil, and today is my birthday. Can you wish me birthday? You are my mentor. Yeah, happy birthday, Tariq. Happy birthday, and happy birthday to everybody who has birthdays these days. Today, and the days after that, and before that. And every day. Feel free to be happy birthday by me every day. Don't worry. How do you decide when there is enough details on the sculpt? That's very difficult. So if you are working for a game, you have to know where your model will be looked from which point, and you will decide which details will be more visible, which details will not be more visible. But overall, you have to put more time. For example, this one, if I want to make it for a game, I will have to put at least 5 more hours onto it to make the high poly. Then low poly, remeshing, UV mapping, textures, a lot of work. So this, what I'm doing in the channel, is just part of the work. It's the most important part of the work because it's the overall view of the character, but there is a lot of work after that. Please make a tutorial for solution of every problem and error occurred in ZBrush and how to solve it one by one. As I told you, for 2 years I haven't used ZBrush at all, so I literally have forgotten ZBrush. If I open ZBrush now, it will take me a couple of hours to kind of get used to the interface, to the way I rotate, to everything, to remember some things because I forgot a lot of things about ZBrush. Nico, which Udemy course should I start with? I recommend the anatomy courses for beginners and beginners courses also for beginners. I have absolute beginner courses for ZBrush, for Blender, for 3D Max even, and for Substance Painter. Do we have other channel? Yes, this one is called SpeedChar Live. The other one is called just SpeedChar. I have a lot of anatomy videos there, a lot of videos about ZBrush, about working better with ZBrush, working with Blender, with tablet, a lot of videos in my other channel. Can you compare your bold hulks from the thumbnail and this one? Looks insane, learn so much from your streams, thank and I love you. So yeah, we can compare, we can try to compare them. But I think this one is better. The other one that I did is smiling a little bit. And overall, he's not bad also. But the legs of this one are a little bit too long, I think. Although it's kind of fine. But I like this one a little bit better because of the face is a little bit more true to the concept. I only want to do sculpting. There is a job dedicated for that. Yes, if you do things for the 3D print industry, for Warhammer, for for Marvel or whatever, for figures, then you only have to sculpt. But it's difficult. Would you ever do a James Dean sculpt, or do you only do more stylized themes, Nico? I usually do stylized, but see, I will probably do sometimes on the stream this guy. It will be difficult, but he's stylized, right? But still, he's looking good. This is probably some interpretation of a John Wick, most likely. It's not exactly looking like Keanu Reeves though. But most likely the next stream will be this. Or GeoGuessr, I don't know. Since this will be the next weekly challenge, this girl, probably one of the next streams will be with her. Maybe the next one. I will do it on screen, on stream. Nico Tons, thank you so much for all that you can do. You are so funny. Thank you for your positive vibes. Любовью Руси. Спасибо вам. Спасибо тебя. So thank you. Where will we be posting the weekly challenge on Discord? In the weekly challenge channel on my Discord server. Would this sculpt be good for 3D printing, or would it need more poly? It will need a little bit more poly, especially on the legs. And if I have to 3D print it, as I did with the with Goro, I will spend around 3-4 more hours on it, like I did with Goro. I will make the base. I will clean up a little bit the legs, because you see the legs now are pretty low poly. I will refine them as I did with Goro. And I refined on the Goro those things here. I made them separate geometry and everything. The belt, I just made it better. And also those things here I refined. And also the hair, because on the stream I didn't have enough time to do the hair properly. In this case, he has one little defect on the print, which is the chin is kind of flat. But overall, he has a pretty good level of detail, I would say. It's not bad at all. Yeah, one of his arms looks cut, but it's not. And yeah, the hair I did a lot of work on. The back also was not very well made. I did a lot of work on the back. On this thing here on the back, I did a lot of work. And yeah, around, I think, 3 more hours after the stream, and it was ready for 3D print. This one also probably will need like 2 or 3 more hours, and it will be ready for 3D print. I have to thicken the pants especially, because they're a little bit thin for 3D print, in my opinion. Let's see. Nico, what do you recommend to use, a mouse pen, pad, or try to master the keyboard modeling if you use only one hand? Yeah, keyboard modeling will be very nice to see if you can master it. So using only your keyboard and model without mouse or tablet, I would like to see that. It will be very interesting. So do that, please. What's the standard poly count for animation and games? There is no standard poly count. I mean, the poly count can be for a character, it could be between 5,000 and 500,000 polygons. It depends on the game, it depends on many things. It depends especially on the game. For example, for Horizon Zero Dawn, their character was more than 100,000 polygons, and the hair itself was more than 100,000 polygons. So overall character, more than 200,000 polygons in-game. So it's a lot. For our games in Gameloft, when I was in Gameloft, we were doing characters between 2,000 polygons, so a very small amount of polygons, and like 15,000. But no more than 15,000 polygons. 15,000 polygons was the higher poly count, because, you know, mobile devices, they are now powerful, but, you know, we have to make sure our games are playable on even older devices, so, yeah. What's the standard? Okay, yeah. Say, like, repost, subscribe. Repost, subscribe, if you want. Nico, I want to buy quadrimesher, but it shows in dollar. I'm from India, so I need rupees. What can I do? I don't know. Probably you have to Just change your rupees to dollars, I don't know. Nico, how do you get motivation when you don't feel like being productive? That's difficult. Usually, when I don't feel like I'm being productive, I just... If I have to sculpt or I have to do something, I just sit, open Blender, open one sphere, and start sculpting head. Why? Because this is what I like to do the most. I like to do heads. This is my most favorite things in the world. Even if I'm completely unproductive, I don't want to do anything, heads I always kind of want to do. So I start doing a head, and then when you start doing it, you start to get motivation to continue to do it, to do like a body, to do legs or arms, just to practice more, or to do some kind of a concept if you have time, of course, because sometimes when you have family like me, you don't have that much time that you want. Can you do skinny characters next stream? Thanks. Usually I don't do too much skinny characters because they're not that interesting. Their silhouette is not that interesting. They're pretty much like stick figures. That's why, and it's also maybe could be a little bit more difficult than doing a muscular character. Doing a muscular character, super huge muscle, it's more forgiving than doing a skinny character. Skinny character, you have to show a lot of bone, and you have to know where the bones are compared to the muscles and everything. You have to know a lot of things. I know them, kind of, but even for me, it's more difficult to do skinny character than muscular. Hi, I cannot make character like you, any character. What's your recommend for me how to start? You just have to start. Your first characters will most likely be abominations. They will be very bad, but you have to know that, and you have to accept it, and you have to continue working and improving. And first, like 500 hours of sculpting, which is a lot, will not be very productive. It will not be very nice. It will be slow and painful process, but it will get gradually better and faster. That's with everything. Have been watching you since I got back to modeling, and I lost the question. Since I got back to modeling, thank you for the impression you give. Thank you. Nico, what's the result of 1 plus 0? I don't know, this is pretty intense. Don't ask me these questions, mathematical questions. I'm a sculptor, you know. Thank you for the stream. Thank you very much. Do you decimate your high poly models when they have very dense topology to do the baking? Usually no. Usually Blender, for example, can export up to 40 million polygons. It can export them. So my models rarely are over 40 million polygons, even never. So I don't need to decimate before exporting. Sometimes, if the model is super dense and I need to 3D print it, then I maybe will decimate it just to give it to the 3D print guy, because a file more than 1.5 gigabytes, for example, will be too much for him. So that's, yeah. How much you pay for print? I don't pay for print because I bought my own printer and I gave it to the guy. He can use it for his own things, and he's printing me the figures. Of course, if he say that he wants money for the material or for whatever, I will give him, but usually he is just printing them for free on my printer. Which tool in ZBrush do you think will be amazing to have it on Blender? I cannot recall right now because I told you I haven't used ZBrush in a very long time and I forgot most of the things there, but ZModeler was very nice in Blender, I would say. I see somebody gave me 2000 RS. I don't know how much is this, but thank you very much. Even if it's $1, it's pretty cool. Thank you very much. Hi Nico, do you have any remeshing tutorials planned? I'm struggling with that a bit. I only have one recommendation for you. Go to my other channel, which is only Speedchar. Find playlists in the channel, and there is one playlist with 38 videos, I think. Watch it. It's completely the making of a character from scratch, remesh, everything with the weapon and everything in Blender. Everything is real time. There are long videos, like each video is between 30 and 50 minutes. I think there are even videos with 1 hour length. Yeah, but there you can find how I retopologize and remesh. So yeah. Procedural modeling, yeah. Oh, I've been working and missed everything. Hello, Evil Nico in Black. Yeah, now it's Evil Nico in Black. And also here, if you can see, it's a skeleton with, with a pistol. This t-shirt I bought 7 years ago from Thailand, by the way, along with one more, which is with a tiger here. It's very nice. Someday I will stream with it. It's a very nice white tiger here with bright eyes. Very cool. I bought them from Thailand when I was there, and now I will go again, which is pretty cool. But Nico, will there be a prize for the best weekly challenger participant? Not quite, but I will mention the best works in my stream with their nicknames on Discord probably. So that will be the price. Yeah, I haven't thought about some price like a free course or whatever. I don't know. And especially if you have done the best job in certain challenge, probably you don't need my courses. I don't know. How you add like workplace with pictures? How have you? This is PureRef. Yeah, many people are asking about PureRef, by the way. Many people don't know about this amazing program called PureRef. PureRef. You can go find it in the internet, in the site, in the website. There is a place that you can put the number for the price you want to pay. And if you don't have money, you can put 0. If you have money, you can put like $5 or whatever. And you can get it for free or for $5 or for $2, whatever you are willing to pay. But it's relatively free. I mean, you can get it for free. I got it for free. I'm ashamed of this because PureRef is just amazing program. You see how many images I have in this PureRef file, for example. And there are a lot of things. I just, Goro is here even. I just drag things from my browser there, and it's pretty cool. Where is our concept? Yes, it's here. I mean, which day will we be posting the weekly challenge? Most likely Saturday. Nico, what kind of freelance work have you been doing recently? If you don't mind sharing. The freelances that I have done, the last freelances was in last year, September. And both of them, I streamed in this channel parts of making them. So if you go back to around September, you will see on the streams on this channel, on the lives, you will see what I have done. Because there is no too much freelance these days. What focal length do you use? 88. In recent Blender press conference, did you got an invite? Because there was a 3D artist that made a live sculpt, remind me of you. No, I have, they don't invite me in this kind of things. Because they are feeling threatened by me. Since I'm pretty fast. And they will say, okay, this guy is sculpting for 1 hour and a half or something which is kind of useful. And we cannot do nothing in this amount of time. So I'm joking, but yeah. So the guy who gave me 2,000 Argentinian pesos, yeah, $2. Yeah, the peso is that cheap now. When I was in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, I think 1 peso was around $11, something like this. It was around 7 years ago or 8 years ago, something like this. Probably around 8 years ago, almost. So now it's 1,000 pesos is $1. It's wow. Too much inflation in Argentina. It's not good. I don't like it. Do you use any reference plugin? No, just PureRef. It's amazing. Hey, seeing you after a long time. Did you give up ZBrush for good? Yes. For now, yes. Hello, Nico. Love your stream. How often do you apply new thermal paste on your CPU and GPU for PC? I haven't since I did my computer like 3 years ago. I haven't done any repasting. I put liquid metal on my CPU and it's doing well. And up to now, I'm not sure. We'll see. Nico, love your stream. How often do you apply? Okay. To study sculpture, what did you prefer? Following a tutorial or just start sculpting if you know the basis of the software? To study sculpture, first following a tutorial is the best for you. following a couple of tutorials one after another, and then when you feel confident, because when you follow a tutorial you will practice, you will do what the tutor is doing, usually if you want to learn, and after that you just practice a lot by yourself with concepts from AI or whatever. Okay, the guy from Argentina say, thank you for teaching. Here in Argentina I teach ZBrush for 3D printing and I always recommend your videos to students and friends. Very good, thank you very much. Although I'm not using ZBrush anymore that much, but still, yeah. Argentina pesos, like, yeah. I'm from Iraq. Wanted to ask you if you could sculpt Goku shirtless in his Super Saiyan form. I'm not very familiar with Dragon Ball Z, which is Goku, I think it's from there. But I sculpted something which looks like it's from Dragon Ball Z a couple of months ago, so you can check it out on one of the streams. You can just scroll on the streams and see on the lives, you know. How do you math with so many numbers? Hello from Newfoundland. Hello, been watching you for years. Thank you. The person paid 4.39 leva. So this is Bulgarian lev is my currency. 1 lev is like half euro. So 2 levs is 1 euro. And yeah, our currency is close to the euro. Although next year Bulgaria plan to adopt the euro. So we will throw out our currency and we will get only euro here. It will be fun, I think. Hello Nico, what's a normal salary for a character artist in Bulgaria? For a character artist in Bulgaria, which is experienced like me, for example, a normal salary will be around 2,200 euro. 2,200 euro will be a normal salary, but this is after taxes and everything. This is the money that you get in your pocket for an experienced 3D artist. If you're a beginner, it's less. It will be like probably 1,500 euro. It's not a small salary, but compared to the Western Europe, compared to United States, it's very, very low. It's normal because our country, Bulgaria, is kind of a... we may say it's kind of a third world country. Compared to other European countries, but it's fine. It's okay. Which day will we be posting the weekly challenge? Yeah, again, I told you the Saturday. Can I put minus $10 or $10? I don't know. What's the name of the app? Which app? Cool stream, Nico. Okay, I found. Thank you. Okay. Will you look at my sculpt I posted in whip section? It's for 3D printing. Whip section. Yes, so in my Discord server, we have whips section. And in the whip section, we have this Conan is looking pretty cool. Yes. Maybe a little bit more if this is for 3D print, I would say a little bit more definition. A little bit more like push the forms. But it looks great. Overall great. Let's see it here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This one also, a lot of people. I'm amazed how good people are become in the Discord server. You know, it's pretty cool. Let's see this. Wow, very nice, very nice. This is a pretty cool, like elf or something. It's nice. This also very nice. Very cool, fast sculpt. You know, this one. Yeah, this one. I don't know. The render is not very nice, so we cannot see exactly. You see this blackening here on the face, it doesn't look very cool. But for 3D printing, I don't know, probably it will be okay, except the cape is a little bit too big and too thin. You have to make it, especially in this area here, very much thicker. And yeah, it will not look in the 3D, it will not look right, but when you 3D print it, it will be more sturdy. Otherwise, the face, I don't completely approve it. I don't completely like it. But it's difficult to make this kind of, you know, anime characters. So, yeah. I cannot say that I can do it better. I don't know. I recommend your videos for anatomy mostly, really well explained and in a simple way. I'm trying, yeah. Now, when I do the arm and hand anatomy exercises course, I guess it will be the best in this field. It has to be, because I've watched a lot of things and I know a lot of things that I want to say. Yeah, the weekly challenge is a nice way to get into sculpting again. Probably it will be a little bit of a push to some people. That's why I accepted this kind of a suggestion. It was a suggestion while I was streaming in Discord. A guy suggested this, and I had this suggested many times before, but I decided to do it now because it will just liven up a little bit the server overall. There are over 3,000 people in the Discord server, and some of them are not active, obviously. So yeah, this probably will kind of bump it up a little bit. Any tip to achieving maintaining good form? I have a difficulty learning a good form for characters. Yeah, you have to just sculpt every day a lot. Like for 3 hours at least every day. If you sculpt less than 3 hours, I don't know. Nico, I would love to hear your thoughts on the ArtStation portfolio post from the Discord channel. Yeah, but I will have to reach the Discord channel. By the way, I'm planning to do Discord only ArtStation reviews. For example, we open the Discord, I make a stream, and I advise it like half an hour before I make it. I make the stream, and whoever posts their portfolio in the chat of the stream, I will review it right at the moment. This is kind of a nice thing for the people of the Discord. Maybe we will do it these days. Would you suggest attending an animation school that teaches Blender? If the teachers are good enough, you have to see the works of the teachers. You have to see what they're doing. And if you like what you see, then yes, probably. If it's not ultra expensive. Thank you for the stream, Nico. Hope you feel better. Yeah, I feel pretty well. Just my voice is not the true voice of Nico. You know, it's not the best voice. Maybe the other pure F. Yeah, this is Conan. Conan is very nice in the Discord. Yeah. How old are you? How old are me? I'm 42. 42 years old, exactly. Damn, its value for Brazil is very good. I think I want to go to Bulgaria. Yeah, Bulgaria is a pretty good country to come. We are in the European Union, but we are close to Ukraine, so it's, you know, we are close to the war. So it's not the best place to come, probably. Maybe Romania is better, although Romania is even closer to Ukraine. But Romania, like maybe 10 years ago, Bulgaria and Romania were the same economically. Now Romania is like almost double our... So the prices, the salaries in Romania are higher. Their way of living is better because they don't have such corruption. They put some magistrates in jail back in the days, and it was good. We haven't done that. In Bulgaria, everybody, when they go to power, they start to steal. In Argentina, I guess it's the same in Brazil, but they start to steal a lot, and nobody goes to jail, and they know that. So they are feeling completely, free. You use mouse for sculpting? No, never. Just the tablet. Wasn't able to participate in the first weekly challenge. It doesn't matter. You can participate in the second, and there is still time for the weekly challenge, you know. You can do this. I'm doing this for 1 hour and a half. You can do this for like 6 hours. You can spend like 6 hours and you can get to something like this point. It's not... You can just start it and post a whip of your start. You don't have to finish it. Nobody's saying you have to finish it. You have to make the best render, although it's recommended if you can. Hi Nico, would you be so kind to say some words on my character? I posted in general, I make it for 3D print. Yeah, I already did it in whips. I would like to work as a 3D artist for games. Do you have any advice for me? Thank you for stream, I really appreciate it. Yeah, many people who are watching this channel and who are in the Discord, they want to work as 3D artist. Which can happen if you post regularly in your ArtStation and you promote your ArtStation also. You cannot just post in ArtStation something which doesn't have super good renders or whatever, and wait for anything to happen. No, you have to work for it. You have to post the best possible render of your character. Then you have to promote it on Facebook groups, on Discord, on wherever you can, without getting banned or, kicked. but you have to promote yourself. Then, when you promote yourself enough and you post like regularly, every month or 2 months, you post something nice on your ArtStation. And at some point, you will have like 1,000 followers. When you have that, when you post next work, many people will see it and it will go to trending maybe if it's good. And from there, if it goes to trending, much more people will subscribe to you, much more people will see it, and people who will want you to do work for them, they will also contact you. Bro, what's your PC configuration? Please tell me, I'm going to build PC. My PC configuration is kind of old. I have a Ryzen, 16-core Ryzen CPU. I think it was 359 something, or no, 3950K, something like this, or X. But yeah, my video card is 2080. I'm considering buying 3090 because they are pretty cheap these days. Now I can find 3090 Nvidia RTX, which is a super nice video card, for around 700 euro here in Bulgaria, second hand of course. And I'm kind of considering 64 gigabytes of RAM I have now. What haircut machine do you use, Nico? My haircut machine is Remington, this one. And I used it on stream to clean my beard a couple of months ago. Which province are you planning to visit in Thailand? I'm planning to visit the capital, Bangkok, for a couple of days, and then go to Krabi probably, and then go to the islands. We'll see, something like this. 42 of pure youngness, yeah, exactly, and the biceps. Nico, do you prefer forums or Discord? Discord I prefer these days. Corruption is everywhere, yes, more or less, of course. Hey Nico, where's your lucky blue shirt? It's in the wardrobe. Wow, Hulk is so badass, yes. Yeah, I'm very surprised with 3D character. Artist salary in Bulgaria, in Brazil is much more or less. Yeah, probably, yeah. Bulgaria is in the European Union and we developed well. Even with the corruption, there is enough money. There was before this kind of a crisis now after the COVID. Nico, I found my first job as a 3D character artist, mostly, CTLs mostly, and my boss recently said me that I'm very fast for my experience. So I want to thank you for teaching me anatomy and speed by your vids. Thank you, Dimitris. Very nice. Super, sir. Least piece configuration requires to become a good 3D animation artist. Least. So at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, in my opinion. Decent processor. And if you're going to use a 3D program, a real 3D program like 3D Max or Blender or Maya, you would need a relatively nice video card, which is the biggest problem because video cards are the most expensive these days. But one video card like 1080 with NVIDIA can be a good choice. Second hand, if you find it, it's fine. But I recommend you to choose wisely your video card and to buy second hand. My video cards, since like 6 or 7 years ago, I only buy them second hand. But not ones that were, you know, crypto mining, because it's... You should visit Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai, I think this was more north than Bangkok, which I don't want to go because I want more to enjoy island life and beaches and sea and corals and fishes. That's my point. Chiang Mai, I think, is the city with a lot of temples and it's very beautiful and everything. But maybe someday I will, but not this time. I don't think so. Nico, why not wearing a blue shirt? Because today I just decided to wear this since I'm sick and my voice is not in the biggest strength. I just decided to wear black. Hey, I suddenly found your channel and I've gotten better at sculpting through watching it, but I'm wondering if you have any Discord server that I could join. Yes, I have it. Just check out the description of every video in this channel. Around the bottom of the description you will find the link to the Discord server. I'm dying to sculpt something from Berserk. It has a lot of muscular characters. Yes, very nice. You comb your hair with a towel, right? Yeah, exactly. It's very comfortable to have this kind of haircut. So, okay guys, I did this Hulk for 1.5 hours. That's why I will change the description of this video. Of course, this video is 2 hours. Many people will say, but how? You did it for 1.5 hours, but the video is 2 hours. How this works? Yeah, many people don't understand that some of the video is not working on the character, but doesn't matter. Bye for now. See you in the next one, which hopefully will be soon. Sooner rather than later.